Hey guys, it's me. We got some spackling paste. We're getting ready to redo um, the bathrooms, and we got tons of stuff for it. Just trying to get this right. Oh my gosh. I just need to get paint and some stuff for the tub. Um, that's not why I'm on here. I just noticed that in the background. Plus, there's rat poison or mouse poison. That's for when you live out in the sticks. Okay. Field mice will try to find any warmth they can get, and so unfortunately, you have to poison them or trap them. My garage is like right there. I've never actually seen a mouse in the house, but you never know. Like I'd rather be safe than sorry. My kids don't come down here. This is specifically for working out, and if they are down here, they're supervised 100%. They are both sleeping at the moment, and so I decided to take this time to talk about some stuff. I know I probably shouldn't be doing this. Hi, Nancy. How are you? My friend. I probably shouldn't really be doing this, to be totally honest. Let me change this. I don't like my hair. How it's like losing its. So I'm just gonna make it look normal. How it's I wanted to come on here. I've been kind of like had mixed emotions about talking about this, but the thing is I don't have a psychiatric doctor anymore. She left. She quit her job, and so I don't really have any place to get this out. I do. I could technically share this at a meeting, which I probably will this Friday. But as of right now, I was supposed to have an appointment with her today, and so I'm kind of like left in the dark. Um, they called the place that she worked, the mental health place that I go see her at, called me and said they can get me set up with somebody new, and I'm like, that's fine, but it's like starting all over again, kind of. And that's frustrating when you open yourself up to somebody for so long and you've been working with someone for so long and they kind of just disappear. Like, who knows what happened in her life? I'm sure there's a good reason for it. But for me, that's kind of like, I feel helpless. I feel abandoned. I feel, um, yeah, it's a scary thought to think that I don't have a psychiatric doctor right now. And I actually liked her, and I don't usually like most psych doctors and therapists. I feel like they're usually out to get money, or they're just like, nodding their head. So I actually liked her. So this is what's hard. I've been trying to find a good psych doctor since 3 years into my sobriety, and I'm coming up on 8 or 9. Wait, let me see. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Coming up on 8. So for 5 years, I've been trying to find a good psych doctor, and to no avail up until this point. So I'm scared. I've been having a bit of the holiday blues. I can't tell if it's postpartum or not because I am crying quite a bit. I mean, I don't know if you can tell from my eyes. I put lashes on and try to cover up my melasma to kind of like hide that fact, but I think you can kind of tell just by looking at me that I'm a little disheveled. I mean, you can see my bags. Good afternoon, artist, to you as well. Um, so I already struggle with depression and anxiety and everything else under the sun. We don't need to keep rehashing that. So, um, the fact that I am getting kind of like anxiety and depressed at this time of year isn't really anything new. I've just been crying a lot more, and I have certain figures in my family that aren't necessarily being like 100% supportive. They have their own shit going on. And so I don't really have anyone at the moment. Usually I have like, my husband to kind of hold me and tell me it's okay, but he's struggling with his own shit right now, which he does every holiday season, and it's starting to get annoying. But you can't control someone's grief. He doesn't have his parents, and so I cannot control his grief. I can't say, oh, you can't grieve right now. But I just feel like we have a family and he needs to be focused on that as opposed to like, oh, woe is me, I don't know. I may be sounding extremely selfish, which is that's just how I feel. Um, he was being very short with the kids decorating the tree yesterday, and I just kind of started crying because it hurt my feelings, and it turned into a shit show. I mean, no, we didn't like throw things or fight or be, crazy like what I'm used to as a child. Um, not during the holidays though. I've always had good Christmases. But his PTSD spikes definitely during the holiday season. I personally love the holiday season. The only time I would get holiday depression was when I was like single and like single and sober. I was like, oh my god. But even then, it didn't last very long. And so I'm kind of struggling with his shit. And then my mother has been she was trying to start something. My sister's dog just died, right? And she hasn't smoked in a few years, but I think she's been bumming cigarettes off people. I hope she hasn't bought a pack yet because it's really hard to quit. But my mom caught my sister smoking, and she's like, I think she's drinking. And it's like my mom needs to go to Al-Anon, and she can't accept that for some odd reason. Because when my sister and I were in our disease, we were her obsession. You know what I mean? Like we were her chaos, right? And so now she doesn't have any, and so she's clinging to this really unhealthy lady that she talks to on the phone. They were friends when they were growing up, and they have similar issues in childhood. And I'm not going to share their history or anything, but it's really toxic and it's not hopeful. You can really tell when she's been talking to her because she really kind of like backs away from the family. And it's just like, so here I have two of my what do you want to call them? We'll call them pillars. Two of the pillars of my life basically crumbling before me, and it's the holiday season, and I'm just left without my psych doctor. So, it's rough. I was told not to share this because I'm obviously gonna get a lot of backlash. People are gonna be like, "Oh, you're so selfish. You're just this, that, and the other. You shouldn't even have children." Da 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 da. But people with mental illness can have children and raise them successfully. I feel like I'm living proof of that. So, anything you throw at me at this point isn't going to make any difference. I don't really care what strangers on the internet say about me. Never have. I never will. But I mean, I need to vent some of this stuff out. I need to let it out. And if I don't, it's just going to get bottled up and I'm going to just break. So, and then to their defense, I've been extra emotional lately. I have been, probably not the nicest person to be around because I'm dealing with I don't know if it's postpartum or holiday. I can't really tell. I've been crying a lot though. Stuff that I normally wouldn't cry over, and like whatever. You have to choose your battles. I'm usually really good at doing that, but at this moment in time, it's hard for me to, I don't know, do that for some reason. I can't explain why that is. I don't know. I'm on all my meds. The kids, I mean, I don't know. I'm just really grateful that I have my babies because in this moment and in this time right now, they're literally the only thing keeping me together. Literally. My sister just had her I have to get the same thing. It's a, what do you call it? When you have to get your nose done so you can breathe better. You guys are wondering why I'm constantly sniffling all the time. It's a mixture between allergies and a deviated septum. So she has a deviated septum as well. And plus it broke. That's another story, but I didn't break it. uh, in case you guys were wondering. But the kids are sleeping and my sister had surgery yesterday, so I can't, like, my mom's probably taking care of her, so I can't really have anyone just like stop by and like watch the kids while I do laundry and do all this, that, and the other. So they're napping right now. I'm just gonna kind of let this all out onto you because you are my watchers, you are my friends. You also are my enemies, which I think if anything, this proves that I really genuinely don't care what you have to say if you're a troll. Um, if you have to beat someone up while they're down, you're in a sicker place than me. And that's something I'll pray for you in that case. Um, but I'm going through a lot. And to not have my psychologist is kind of a bit of a bummer, to say the least. I'm going to go to a meeting Friday probably because I need to. There's 14 people in here. Okay, it's hard because you weren't able to tie up loose ends. Yes. Thank you. Terminate the relationship. Exactly, Nancy. Hey, Nikki. Can't type much. Oh my gosh. Really, Ember? I am so sorry. I hope you get well, sweetheart. 8 years of sobriety. Thank you, Trisha. That's a lot for one person to handle, right? My 2 pillars are crumbling and I don't have a psych doctor. Hey, artist. I put a video up. Oh, okay. Everybody check out Umbree's video. I saw that too, I think, and I haven't checked it out yet. I would love to talk to you offline in depth, but it seems you have no support right now. Oh, Nancy, thank you. I might take you up on that actually. So sorry, Nikki. We got you. Thank you, Embry. Computer. You are not selfish. You are just more vocal about it than some others. Many other people deal with similar situations in a much worse way than you. Yeah, like drinking or who knows? I could be like starting to be promiscuous and weird and drink and like, or like start like, I don't know, beating my children or something. I don't freaking know. But people can deal with things a lot worse than me. Is your sister your only sibling? Yes. Hit us, lol. Let it all out. I am. And to share those things, I mean, granted, they're kind of personal. I haven't gone into great depth or detail on either my mom or my husband, um, and the problems that I'm having with them at the moment, because I don't feel that that's share worthy necessarily. Because I mean, I don't want to break any trust between me and them. You know what I mean? I don't want to paint them to be these terrible people because they're not. As I said prior, they are my pillars. They're what lifts me up. But when your pillars are breaking and crumbling and you don't have your psych doctor and you're like, what the hell am I doing? This is another form of an outlet for me. And I mean, it has been since I started doing this almost. I feel like but pulling in the reins, I'm feeling better now that I've said it out loud that I'm struggling. I know I'm not going to use over this. No, I'm not going to go drink over this. No, I'm not going to um have an epic like mommy dearest meltdown in front of my children. You know what I mean? But this is sanctuary. My basement is where I work out. It's where I come to meditate. It's where I come to talk to you guys a lot of times. I can't talk in my makeup room at the moment because my daughter's room is directly above it. So I can't be like talking to y'all. She'll wake up. She'll hear me. And then Bubba's room's right next to her. And so I don't want to wake him up either. They need rest. Bubba got his shots yesterday. It was really traumatic and sad. And he's been really fussy since then. And I feel that baby girl was kind of jealous that he was getting extra attention. She was like acting out and saying she wanted shots. I'm like, that is really weird. So, we've been dealing with that dynamic as well, and it's taken a toll. I mean, it's really taken a toll on just my spirit, and to see her feel that she's not getting enough love or to be left out in any kind of way, it hurts me. And then poor Bubba, he's all sore and feeling icky from his shots. I mean, it's just heartbreaking. I mean, it's part of being a parent, chin up. I mean, it's not like I didn't cry or anything. Luckily, my husband was in the room with him. I had to actually end up watching her out in the waiting room because she was being so bad. So I heard his shrieks, though. I knew that was my baby. My instincts were just like, oh, he's getting a shot. He got 3 shots in an oral, so he's been sleeping most of the day. He's just tired, little love bug. He's still smiling. He's smiling. He doesn't have a fever. He's not diarrheaing. Everything's good. But as a mother, you have to put aside, your emotions, your feelings, your pain, and replace it with the concern for your children. And I know that if I'm not at 100%, my children aren't going to have 100% of me. And that is where this whole vlogging comes in. After I get off the phone with you guys, I'm going to actually call my therapist place and be like, dude, I need another psych doctor. Hook me up ASAP. That's all I can do. And then Friday I'll go to my meeting. But tomorrow's workout Wednesday. I'm going to just regular be workout Wednesday is going to be rain or shine, do or die. Fitness Friday is going to be rain or shine, do or die. And then Circuit Sunday on my Patreon is going to be rain or shine, do or die. So those are my 3 days a week I have planned for basically until I get this weight off the baby weight off that I want off. And so, yeah, I mean, I have a game plan. I have backup, you guys. I have, maybe someone is going through the same thing I am. I don't know. Maybe this vlog can help somebody. Maybe you've experienced this. I've been getting a lot of it's possibly postpartum from a lot of people because what I'm explaining, they're like, that sounds like postpartum. I mean, granted, they're not doctors. They can't diagnose me with that, but it wouldn't surprise me if I had it because I do deal with a lot of mental illness and stuff. And granted, I'm on tons of meds and I'm working on it and going to church and going to AA and going to therapy and working out and eating right. All these things are a part of how I deal with my illnesses. Okay. And if one of them's gone, all of it collapses. Like it's just, for me personally, I need them all to be 100. You know what I mean? Otherwise I just crumble. It's weird. It's like I have what works for me and it's very, 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 very uniform and it has to be the way it has to be. And in order for me to just be a normal human being and to lose one of those things just takes my anxiety up like 10 notches. So with that being said, I'm going to get off of here and call my therapy place and then proceed to practice Santa Baby until the kids wake up. Because singing also is something that cheers me up. I'm not the greatest singer. I've never claimed to be. I don't sing because I think like, oh, I'm so great at singing. I sing because I love to. And it's another form of an outlet for me. So I look forward to that, actually. I'm still doing Santa Baby. People can talk shit all they want to. That's okay. It's not affecting me. I'm doing what I love, and that's fine. You can be upset with it. That seems like more of a personal problem. But thank you guys for listening. I'm going to see what you said real quick before I get off of this live. Exactly, Nikki. It's better to vent and let out pain. Don't smiley faces. Artist Embry, she can beat us up. We're used to it. I'll beat you guys up. No, I'll never beat you guys up. Nikki can relate to us. Art, so many liars, etc. Are there online support groups? Yes, I believe there might be. I know of there's Real Talk Recovery. She does really good. And then there's another one, but that's for that I know of that's for oh gosh, narcissistic abuse, which I'm not sure on that one quite. I mean, I go here and there with that. I don't know if I have had that or not. Hi, Karen. Yes, Trisha on Facebook. Yeah, there's tons of support groups I can definitely look into as well, which I'm probably going to do too today. It's normal response to feel overwhelmed when you're so stressed. Yeah, it was so horrible, right, Autumn? Me and Autumn both had our babies get shocked yesterday, and that's just sad. Oops, hello. How are you feeling, Embry? Yes, prayers for Embry that she gets well. How did you find one felt comfortable with? Do I just Google? Yeah, I mean, Google support groups. I know they have like whole other websites dedicated to that, support groups, as well as on YouTube they have support groups. Um, I'm sorry, Embry. Autumn. I mentioned this before. Not sure if you saw this. Your love and concern for your children makes me think it's not postpartum depression. Ah, okay. Yeah, I didn't see that, Nancy. Yeah, because I always connected postpartum with kind of like having resentment or like having the feeling of like wanting to hurt your child. Or like, I mean, not all to that extreme, or just resenting them maybe, or like, oh, like be quiet, like in a more like severe way. Um, but I literally have none of that. Like, mommy mode kicks in, and I'm just very like, I love them to death. Like, it's not even funny. Like, I feel bad for people that experience that kind of thing. Like, I couldn't imagine experiencing that. It breaks my heart, because it's your mind. It's in your head. There's nothing you can really do about it. Well, you can do a lot of things about it. What am I saying? Yes, you can do a shit ton about it to help it. Meds, therapy, like church, whatever, support groups. I can keep going. Exercise, eating right, everything I do could probably help with that. But I don't have any of those symptoms. No, never have. Never, not with my first or this one. My first, I was very skittish. Like, I was really worried about doing everything wrong. That's normal though. We're all here for you, Nikki. Thank you, artist. I'm happy to know that. Letting it out, venting. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the hearts. When are you going to sing? Why? Computer, do you like my singing? Hi, Michelle. I think your voice is beautiful. Really? Karen, I'm sorry you're having depression, love. Thanks, Michelle. You look relieved since you started talking. Really? See, you can even see it in my face. It helps to like just say it, to have other people hear what you're saying. It helps. Although you are feeling a little down, I applaud your honesty. Oh, thank you, Trisha. That means a lot. I think it's postpartum, huh, Nexo? Because postpartum doesn't necessarily have to be, from what I've heard. Maybe your hormones are off. Yes, Shelby, hi. That could be it too, because I did get a tubal, and that's another thing. I'm probably gonna call my OBGYN and see, because she said there might need to be some kind of like hormone medicine that I have to take, because I did have a tubal done and it affects your hormones greatly for some women, not all. And I'm probably gonna get a blood test done just to see how my hormones are doing too, just to be on the safe side, because I need to know. Like, I can't just be like in the dark about that. So I mean, there's a lot of work that I have to do. As far as singing goes, I need to practice the song a bit more. This will be my third time practicing it. I didn't even know the lyrics. Like, did you know one of the lyrics was that she wants a deed to a platinum mine? Like, I didn't even know that. I'm like, oh, that's awesome. Like, I freaking love that. Santa baby. Like, I knew the decorations from Tiffany's and stuff, but like the platinum mine thing was new. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. But I'm gonna practice it a few more times. I want to make sure I got it down, at least for me. Like, I'm not saying I'm friggin' Barbara Streisand or friggin' Celine Dion or what have you. I mean, I was in choir in high school, and I actually made it to honors choir, but my voice and my vibrato has changed so much since then. Like, I kind of ruined my voice with certain things, but the more you practice, the better it gets. And so I'm gonna belt out a couple songs. Get the phlegm cleared, and then by then the kids will probably be awake. And I make a few phone calls, do what I gotta do, And yeah, I thank you guys for listening to me. And I'm sorry if it's kind of a downer. It's the holiday season. I'm not trying to be this like Debbie Downer, but it's my truth. And yeah, I feel free to leave your truth in the comment section or share with me your what you're feeling during this time of year, whether it's happy and glad and or if it's down and dreary. Just, I would like to be a form of support for you as well. um, Relationships go both ways, and I've been getting a lot of support from a lot of people, even some people that I wasn't sure that I would get support from. And so it's been really nice. And thank you guys for listening. Like, I am grateful to you for sure. Like, you don't even know how much you've helped me. And I'm going to go adult now and make phone calls and get going before the kids wake up and hopefully get a song in. And so if I feel that, I'm definitely not going to film the singing today because look at me. It'll probably be on a get ready with me day, which I want to have this week sometime. So if I feel this song is ready this week, it will be this week after I get ready with me. So, because I think I'm getting it. I need to iron out a few kinks, but I appreciate those of you that enjoy my singing. No, we're here for you. I agree. Michelle Nikki is an amazing woman and a great mama. Thank you. I love you guys. Stay positive, even though you have people like me being all negative. I'm just kidding. I have some stuff I gotta handle, guys. And with that being said, thank you. Stay positive, even though I know it's really hard sometimes. And I will catch up with you soon enough. Bye bye.